Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Marissa Ray. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. So today I attempted to do the flip over Fulani braid, versatile Fulani braids. Y'all, look, I don't really know. I think what I did actually turned out cute. However, it's not exactly what I was going for. Still giving, it's still cute, it's still fun. So they come kind of like mid-back length, or no, that's longer than mid-back. It's like past my waist. This was my first attempt, so look, I did my best. I think they still overall look good, so you guys let me know down in the comments actually how you think they turned out and any tips that you want to give on this beautiful hairstyle. But y'all know all the girls been doing this hairstyle, and I was like, you know what, that would be so fire. It's a little complex to do, however we got it done. So what I used 2 packs of this braiding hair, this Ruwa pre-stretched 18-inch braiding hair. This is not my preferred braiding hair, however I had lots of braiding hair left in my house, so I'm like, let me just use it. Okay, for the ends I did not add curly hair. All I did was put curling rods at the end and dipped them in hot water, which you guys will see a little bit of, and then I just unraveled them, trimmed the straggly ends, and that's all. So the whole point of this style, right, is to be versatile, to be able to wear it middle part, side part. If I were to flip these, because of how big I did my singles, I don't think it looks right. I mean, I guess it's wearable, but to be honest, I really don't think it looks how it should. So I'm probably mostly going to be just wearing this down the middle like this, with a few in the front, the rest in the back. Overall, I think it took me about 12 hours to complete this hairstyle. However, I do have a now 9-month-old baby at home that I have to feed. He's breastfed, so stopping feeding him, taking care of him. My husband was home, but still when I have to feed him, I have to eat. You know, I get tired, so it took me a while, and I really didn't think it was gonna take me this long, but it did. If you guys would like to see how I attempted to do this hairstyle, then make sure you keep on watching. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Marissa Ray. It'll be here on the screen and down below in the description. Also, you guys subscribe to my channel. I have so much content coming for y'all, so make sure you are subscribed. All right, y'all, so let's get into the video. So as you can see, I already did about 4 rows of knotless braids in the back of my head. So I am starting off with my beautiful hair all blow dried out, and I had it in 2 little braids in the front just to keep things out of the way. So what I'm doing now is, once I know I'm getting to a certain point in my back section that I need to make sure my braids are going to be evenly in nice rows, so I'm going to part out the front section of my hair that I know I want to do the Fulani braids in the front. If I was just doing all knotless braids, I would have just did a whole row across my entire circumference of my head, but obviously I'm not doing only knotless braids, so that's why I did that. So here I am parting out my first row that I want to show you guys how I did. A quick tip, definitely if you guys are parting, use some N Jame or something to slick and perfect your parts. I didn't right here, but I did on other sections. I just used N Jame, and I am using it here to just slick up the front part so I don't mistakenly braid anything. But y'all know the N Jame or any kind of jam makes your braids look so much neater. Okay, so I am pre-parting only the row. So I'm parting out 1 braid, and I'm going to part out another, put some N Jame around it, and just twist it up so it can stay tightly together while I'm doing the other braids. I find that this just makes me move a little bit faster. Okay, so doing the knotless braid, I'm taking 3 single strands of the section, this braided section, okay? And I'm going to start off with a normal braid. So right under left, left under right. I take my right hand, wrap the braiding hair around my pointer and thumb finger, and I insert them into my left pointer and thumb finger and continue braiding, okay? I'm going to show you again really quick because I'm putting in like 3 pieces into the top. So again, insert that piece of braiding hair between my pointer and thumb. I leave 1 piece of the hair at the top, braid down, and then I pull that other piece underneath to continue braiding, okay? Again, depending on the section of your hair. So whatever part you are working on, like if you're working on the back or if you're working on the perimeter of your hair, typically our hair is thinner in those areas, so you may need to have like thicker pieces added in. But since I am doing like a middle kind of section of my head, I don't need to add as thick of a piece, and I just add as many pieces of braiding hair as I like to get to the thickness that I like. I prefer my braids to be kind of like a medium, so that's kind of what I think this size is, about a medium. I just continue to braid down with my N Jame. Now I am locking or just tying a knot at the end of the braid. So I wrapped 1 tiny piece of braiding hair around that braid, like a little loop, okay? Then I'm going to take that string of hair, separate it into 2, and tie it into a knot 2 times. Okay, as you just saw. I am going to show you guys this again so that you can see. Okay, so here we are again, starting off my knotless braid with just braiding my regular hair first. As y'all can see, my hair is really long now. It's like past mid back, almost to my waist, which I love so much. But anywho, so again, starting off with braiding my real hair 1 time, I'm going to tuck in 1 piece of braiding hair into my left pointer and thumb finger, pull that other string down and continue braiding, and continue adding in my pieces of hair. For the middle and back section of my head, I pretty much added about 3 pieces in to my hair. Another thing to consider when you're doing knotless braids is, depending on how long of braiding hair you got, you may need to add hair into the bottom of the braid as well. So I did have to do that for some of my braids that were more at the top of my head, which you guys will see later. But for the back section, it was about long enough, as long as I preferred it. But that's another thing, when I'm doing long braids, I definitely like to get the longer braided hair. It just makes so much more sense, you know? So I'm just gonna do 1 more braid for you guys, and then we're gonna focus on the front of my hair. Alright, so you guys can see that I am done with the back section. They look so good, y'all. That's why I was like, the front kind of disappointed me, I ain't gonna lie. The back looked so good, and yes, I just said looked it. But anywho, I am parting out the middle section, okay? The middle section of the front of my hair that is going to be cornrows. I did 4 of them, and I'm going to show you how I did the other 2. So very simple. This is a feed-in braid. So I'm going to, same way with knotless braids. First off, I slick down my sections with my N Jame, and then I comb my hair out, and I'm starting off my braid with just my regular hair, doing a French braid. Okay, if you guys don't know how to French braid, then check out some other tutorials first, and then you can come back to this video if you want to see how I'm actually just adding in the braiding hair. Now for my hair, and when I do feed-ins, by the way, I do have a separate single feed-in tutorial on my channel, so you can click the top of this video and watch that. But this for feed-ins, I usually just add about one piece of braiding hair to the actual feed-in part in the top, and then once I actually keep on braiding down, that's when I add the most of my hair. My hair is a pretty nice thickness, so typically when I do cornrows, I don't need to add much hair at the top of the braid, but I will add hair to the bottom, obviously, because I want the braid to be longer. So I hope that makes sense, but I just plug in the braiding hair the same exact way and continue braiding. Again, I do have another video on my channel where I did some feed-ins on myself, so you guys can watch that. And I'm just knotting this up the same way. So I realized what my mistake was, y'all. My mistake was that I made this middle section too wide. It should have been thinner. Like, I should have been able to do only about 4 braids. Instead, I had enough space to do, how many braids was that? Like 5 or 6 braids. So that was too many braids. Another mistake that I'm showing you guys right now is that I made my singles way too big. This, first of all, should have been a thinner section, okay? And I should have been able to fit about 5 braids on that row, not 3 large braids, okay? So I should have split this section into 2 rows and did about 5 braids on that row, and the style would have turned out exactly the way I preferred if that middle section was slimmer too. So on this braid, I'm just doing another knotless braid just as I did in the back of my head, but I'm just showing you guys the technique of how to actually get the Fulani design, okay, the versatile design. I think overall mine turned out really cute still, regardless. I got compliments on my hair. However, again, it wasn't what I was going for exactly, but it still turned out very cute. I don't know if I will try these again because they took me a while, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video. But I do really love the style. It's such a cute style. You can wear your braids in so many ways if you do it properly to frame your face properly. In my case, I did it well enough to where it looked good, but we can do better next time. So after I do the single row of just regular knotless braids, I'm doing another row of feed-ins. Okay, so just another corn row, and I'm going to feed in about 1 string or 1 piece of braiding hair and continue to braid down, and then I'm going to add more braiding hair, just tie those in just to make it longer like the rest of the hair. Okay, pretty straightforward, honestly. It's just when it came to doing it, it got complicated. So as you can see, I did about 3 braids on the side, and then those right next to my ear, the front, I'm just doing another knotless braid. So you can really do this design however you want, but take note, please make your middle section slimmer and the single knotless, make them small. And for the ends, I just added some Flexi rods and dipped them in boiling water. All right, y'all, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope the tutorial, or not even really tutorial, I hope how I did this made sense to y'all. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys can achieve this hairstyle better than I could. I might do something better later. I don't know. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Marissa Ray. And also watch my other videos, okay? I love y'all. Bye.